travelers, I'm Kimmy and I'm Carrie, and in today's video we'll be playing a game, the Disneyland versus California Adventure Ride Bracket. So this bracket came from Zero's channel and we'll link it down below, and we thought we'd give it a go since we just recently went to Disneyland this past Christmas. So the first one is Indiana Jones versus Pirates of the Caribbean. Alright, and I'm gonna go with Indiana Jones. Yep, Indiana Jones. Alright, next up we have Splash Mountain versus Hyperspace Mountain. I'm gonna go with Hyperspace Mountain, and that's just because I'm not a big fan of water rides. Yeah, I'm gonna say Hyperspace Mountain. Next up is the Matterhorn versus Haunted Mansion. We went at Christmas time, so we got to see Haunted Mansion when they redo it for Christmas time, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So I'm gonna say Haunted Mansion. Yeah. I'm more of a fan of roller coasters like Matterhorn, but I'm gonna give this one to Haunted Mansion as well. Okay, Star Tours versus Big Thunder. Big Thunder. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Big Thunder on this one too. It's more of that roller coaster type ride, and that's what I like. Alright, so we're gonna keep going. So now we have Indiana Jones versus Hyperspace Mountain. I'm going with Indiana Jones. Yeah, I'm gonna say Indiana Jones, but I would say Hyperspace Mountain would be like my second favorite. Okay, then we have Haunted Mansion versus Big Thunder. And I'm more a fan of a roller coaster, so I'm gonna say Big Thunder. Yeah, I'm gonna say Big Thunder, just because we're roller coaster type people. Alright, and that leaves us between Indiana Jones and Big Thunder. I'm still going with Indiana Jones. For me personally, we went to Disneyland as kids, and the only ride I remember from that trip was the Indiana Jones ride. So when we finally got to go back last year, I was all for Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones. Been my favorite since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm gonna say Indiana Jones. Alright, so that side was pretty easy. Alright, so moving on to the California Adventure side of the bracket. First up we have Cars, the Radiator Springs ride versus the Grizzly River Run. And we have never rode the Grizzly River Run, and Cars is obviously our winner. Yeah. Alright, so we're going with Cars. Alright, next one I feel is a little tougher, Midway Mania versus Soaring. I'm going with Soaring. Yeah. That wasn't hard. Well, I like Midway Mania a lot, but we're not very good. I'm not very good at it. Yeah, we're not good at the shooting games. But I love to fly. Soaring, I love the feeling of when we're flying. Alright, next up we have Little Mermaid versus Monsters Inc. I'm gonna say Monsters Inc. Yeah, Monsters Inc. ride. It was so cute. Next up is Incredicoaster versus Mission Breakout. I'm going with Incredicoaster. Incredicoaster. We rode that thing over and over, and I really wish we had rode it more. Okay, so that brings us to Cars over Soaring. No. I love them both. This one's hard. I'm gonna go with Cars, but Soaring gets a very high honorable mention. Yeah, I would say Cars. Or Monsters Inc. versus Incredicoaster, hands down. Incredicoaster. Alright, so that leaves us Radiator Springs Cars ride versus the Incredicoaster. And these were actually our top two while we were there. This one's really hard, but I'm just gonna say Incredicoaster. Yep, I was excited to go on it. When I came off of it, I was excited. I wanted to go again and again. So I'm gonna say Incredicoaster too. Alright, so that leaves us with our top two. For Disneyland, we have Indiana Jones, and the California Adventure side, we have the Incredicoaster. So I guess to think about it, well, you had time for only one ride, which one would you want to go do? These are both winners. This is really hard. This is hard. Indiana Jones was our favorite, or my favorite as a kid at least. Incredicoaster was amazing, and we love roller coasters. This one's really hard. If I only had time to go into one park and do one ride, and we flew all the way to California, I think I would do Incredicoaster. Ooh, I thought you would. I was gonna say Incredicoaster, but I was gonna say Indiana Jones. Yeah, I thought she was, but I'm gonna say Incredicoaster for me. But Indiana Jones is my favorite in Disneyland. Yeah. It's It's really hard to compare the two because they're kind of different types of rides. Alright, so I think we're both gonna go with Kimiandkari Coaster as the winner. Alright, so that concludes today's bracket of California Adventure versus Disneyland rides. If you disagreed or agreed, let us know in the comments below. Well, we love to see you guys play the game, and thanks Zero for this bracket. And we will see you next time. Bye, travelers!